Imagine the scenario. You have spent the last 4 years making an $800 monthly payment on a modern, high tech vehicle. You kept it perfectly clean. You never missed an oil change. The interior looks brand new. You decided it's time to trade it in for something different. So you drive down to your local dealership. You hand the keys to the appraisal manager, expecting the usual negotiation game. You expect them to offer you a low number, and you expect to fight back for a higher one. But that is not what happens. The manager walks back into the showroom, hands your keys across the desk, looks you dead in the eye, and says three words that absolutely paralyze you. No, thank you. They do not offer you a lowball price. They do not offer you a discount on a new car. They are completely and unconditionally refusing to take your vehicle in on trade. For decades, the golden rule of the American auto industry was that a dealership would take absolutely anything with wheels as a trade in. But today, that era is completely dead. Millions of Americans are driving vehicles that are secretly on a wholesale blacklist, and they have absolutely no idea until they try to get rid of them. Today, we are going to expose the terrifying reality of the toxic asset car market, exactly which vehicles dealerships are actively refusing, and why millions of owners are permanently stuck. To understand why a dealership would walk away from a perfectly clean vehicle, you have to understand the fundamental shift in how the automotive business works. Dealerships are no longer in the business of selling cars. They are in the business of managing financial risk. When a dealer takes your car on trade, they have to resell it to another customer. And in the past, if a car had a bad transmission or a weak engine, the dealer would just hide the problem, polish the paint, and sell it to an unsuspecting buyer. But the internet has completely destroyed that strategy. Today, the consumer is educated. There are specific late model vehicles, specifically those with hyper-fragile continuously variable transmissions and tiny, overstressed turbocharged engines that are universally known to catastrophically fail between 60 and 80,000 miles. When you try to trade in one of these known time bombs at 70,000 miles, the dealership knows exactly what you are doing. They know the transmission is about to grenade. If they take that car on trade and sell it to another customer, the transmission will blow up a month later. That new customer will come back to the dealership with a lawyer, destroy their online reputation, and demand a refund. The dealership refuses your trade in because your car is a mechanical liability. It is a live hand grenade, and they absolutely refuse to be the one holding it when the pin drops. If you are sick of automakers building mechanical time bombs and leaving the consumer to deal with the fallout, hit the subscribe button right now. We are exposing the engineering failures of the modern auto industry every single week. The second category of vehicles completely blacklisted by the dealership networks is the rapidly aging electric vehicle. This is the most brutal and unspoken reality of the modern auto market. During the pandemic, millions of Americans paid massive premiums to buy luxury EVs, convinced they were saving the planet and making a smart financial move. But today, those early adopters are trying to trade them in, and they are hitting an absolute brick wall. The issue is the battery warranty. The federal government mandates an 8-year or 100,000-mile warranty on EV batteries. When an EV hits 6 or 7 years old or crosses the 80,000-mile mark, the dealership appraisal software triggers a massive red alert. The dealer knows that the battery is nearing the end of its protected life. They know that replacing that battery will cost between $15,000 and $22,000. If the dealer buys your used EV for $20,000 and the battery fails on the lot, the dealership just lost their entire investment. Furthermore, the used car buyer is terrified of the battery replacement cost. Nobody wants to buy a used EV that is out of warranty, so the dealership looks at your $50,000 electric vehicle, realizes it is completely unsellable to the secondary market, and simply refuses to take the trade. The owner is left completely trapped, holding a depreciating computer on wheels that the industry itself refuses to support. The third reason you are getting rejected at the trade-in desk is the total collapse of the wholesale auction safety net. For the last 50 years, dealerships had a brilliant backup plan. If you traded in a terrible car, a car with a bad engine, or a car nobody wanted, the dealership would just send it to a wholesale auction, like Mannheim. Other smaller independent dealers would buy it at the auction, and the big dealership would wash their hands of the problem. But right now, the wholesale auctions are an absolute bloodbath. The auction lots are overflowing with thousands of late model cars that nobody wants to bid on. The smaller independent buy here, pay here dealerships have completely run out of credit. They cannot afford to buy the big dealers' garbage anymore. Because the auction safety net is completely gone, the big dealership is forced to keep whatever they take on trade. If they know a car will sit on their lot for 200 days without selling, they simply will not take it. They pass the rejection directly on to you, the consumer. If you believe the automotive industry has built a house of cards that is finally crashing down on their own heads, hit the subscribe button. We are building a community of buyers who see right through the matrix. But the final and most devastating reason your trade in is being rejected comes down to the banks. The dealership might actually want your car, but the massive lending institutions operating behind the scenes are aggressively pulling the plug. When a dealer sells a used car, the new buyer usually needs a loan. Banks use strict algorithms based on loan to value ratios, or LTV. Because the used car market is rapidly crashing, banks are looking at the historical data of specific brands and models. They are seeing that certain luxury SUVs and certain notorious sedans are plummeting in value so fast, they are considered toxic collateral. The bank tells the dealership, "We will not finance this specific make and model for the next buyer, because if they default on the loan, the car is worth absolutely nothing to us at repossession." If the bank refuses to finance the car, the dealership physically cannot sell it. Therefore, when you show up trying to trade it in, the dealer has to reject you. Your car has been blacklisted not just by the mechanic and not just by the auction, but by the banking cartel itself. So, what happens to the millions of Americans who are currently stuck with these blacklisted, untradeable vehicles? They are entering a state of complete financial paralysis. They cannot sell the car privately because nobody on Facebook Marketplace wants to buy a ticking time bomb with 70,000 miles on it. They cannot trade it in because the dealerships refuse to touch it. And they cannot stop making the payments because the bank will destroy their credit score and repossess their life. They are trapped in an automotive prison of their own making, forced to keep paying for a vehicle they hate, praying that the engine or the battery does not catastrophically fail before the loan is finally paid off. This is the ultimate revenge of the analog vehicle. While millions of people are stuck with blacklisted luxury cars, EVs, and turbocharged nightmares, the smart money is sitting on the sidelines, completely unaffected. The financially elite buyer who paid $10,000 in cash for a 15-year-old Toyota or Honda doesn't care about trade-in values. They don't care about wholesale auctions or bank LTV algorithms because they actually own a reliable mechanical tool rather than a disposable financial liability. The era of trading in a car every 3 years to hide your negative equity is officially over. The system has locked the doors, and if you bought the wrong car, you are stuck inside. Drop a comment below and let us know the brutal truth. Have you ever taken a vehicle to a dealership and been completely refused as a trade-in? What was the make and model, and what excuse did they give you? Share your warning in the comments, and we will see you in the next investigation.